Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed listening or reading Scene 1 of Act 2 of The Diary of Anne Frank. It's a very exciting act. We find all kinds of things out. The suspense builds as far as whether they're going to get caught and also the struggles that they're going through. So the goal of a close read is to dive deeper into the text to look at why the author or playwright wrote in a certain way, or why they chose certain details to include. Now, eventually you should be able to do your own close reads with partners when you go to the small group. The whole group, we as teachers should guide you through it. So in this first close read, you have 3 things to do. First, you will always annotate, which means underline or highlight, certain words or phrases, and they give you something to look for. Then, after you've highlighted or underlined the important text evidence, then they ask you a question about the text evidence. Finally, the curriculum writers ask you to reach a conclusion about the text evidence. So they ask you to look for text evidence, they ask you a question about what you found, and then they ask you to draw a conclusion. So let's look at our first excerpt. So this is an excerpt. We've taken a piece from the whole, and we're going to analyze or break apart this excerpt, looking for specific text evidence so that we can answer a question and then draw a conclusion. So it says here, Anne's voice, Saturday, the 1st of January, 1944. Another new year has begun, and we find ourselves still in our hiding place. We have been here now for 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. It seems that our life is at a standstill. So I come over, and I'm the student right now. I'm going to model this. It says, for annotate, in paragraph 2, mark words that refer to date and time. So I come over here. That's easy. Date and time. So I see January. So 1st of January, 1944. So that's a date. I see another new year has begun, and we find ourselves still in our hiding place. Now notice it says refer to date and time. So words that help us understand time passing. So we see here another new year. We find ourselves still in our hiding place. So that word tells me when Anne talks about that, she's feeling like she's been there too long, right? Like, I'm still at the doctor. I'm still waiting for that package from Amazon. I'm still waiting for that update to download. So this is, again, telling us some emotions, and we can use that in the future to understand Anne's motivations. We have been here now for 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. So she's telling us, right? She's writing in her diary. This is her diary entry, right? Just her voice. So when I hear this, I think when someone tells me the exact year, months, and days, that means they're counting the days. They want to be out of here as soon as they can. It seems our life is at a standstill. So that doesn't mean that she's standing still. She's saying that her life, her growing up, her, the normal thing, it's just all to standstill. They're just hiding in this place. Nothing good is moving or happening. They are at a standstill. So then the question that they ask is, why do you think the playwrights include these details? Well, I think the motivation for including these details has to do with helping us as the reader or audience understand how Anne is feeling. So she is feeling stuck, right? She's telling us when it is. She's telling us yet another new year has passed. They're still where they were before. They're still hiding. She tells us down to the day. That tells us she's counting the days to get out of there. She's ready for this to be over. With feelings of being stuck, I think she could be feeling annoyed, frustrated, trapped. So I think the playwright is giving some of these details for me to understand how the character is feeling. So what is the effect of these details? So the effect of these details is it's almost like being in quicksand, right? As the audience, you're feeling the frustration of them not being able to move forward. You're feeling that feeling of being trapped. So the effect of this, in my opinion, is it helps the audience connect with what the character is feeling. So it's helping the audience connect with what the character is feeling. So as Anne feels stuck, including these details help us to see that though time is passing, life is not being lived. Her life is at a standstill. So if I was going to write a response to this, you don't have to write something for every item in a close read. You need to write down what you need to answer both of these. So you can either write two separate sentences, you can write it together. What I'm going to write is the playwrights include these details to show that much time has passed. The details show, this is that second question, that though life is passing, and we should change this, see? So when you don't like a word, you can go back and revise. Details show that though time is passing, Anne feels that her life has stopped, or she's not living her life. So again, the point of the close read is for you to go deeper, to think about why it's being written the way it's written and what the audience is supposed to get from it. So it's a deeper dive.